slide. It feels good to be back. I'm back home. The last 3 weeks have been fairly ridiculous, but it feels so good to be back home. And today I am going to be collecting my Mercedes C63 Amg from Dove Customs. Just before I left for Geneva on the 2nd of March, I dropped my car off to Dove Customs so that they could do a few changes and modifications to the car. In those 3 weeks, a lot has changed. Alex Calms is on his way in his bright yellow Audi S1, and we're gonna drive over to Dove Customs. I'm gonna see it for the first time. I'm gonna fill you in on everything that has happened to the Mercedes, why some of the things haven't been done, and hopefully you get to enjoy the collection of my Mercedes C63. I genuinely feel like I'm collecting a brand new car. I've seen snippets of pictures that Dan from Dub has sent across, and it looks good. Here he is, here's Alex Calms. Look! Ah! I told him to park in the V bay, because that's for visitors, and he missed the mark ever so slightly. Idiot! Look at his phone. His phone matches his car. Here he is, we made it! Alex, thank you for driving me all the way to Essex safely.
No worries, son.
We are about 5 minutes away from Dub Customs, and I have not seen like a full picture of the car finished. Alex has seen a picture of it, like
a little teaser.
60% of it. Literally, Alex has seen what I've seen of it. So we are very close. We just grabbed some lunch because we were absolutely starving. And I'll tell you a little bit of a background as to what has happened in the last 3 weeks. So, I took my car to Dub Customs to get wrapped in satin white. And I was going to add some bronze wheels because most of you know that I have this thing for bronze wheels now. And I thought they would look really cool. I turned up to Dub Customs to drop the car off on the 2nd of March, saw a Mercedes in there that was satin white, and I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't think it was going to look that good. I panicked a little bit and ordered Battleship Grey. I thought that could have been quite a cool colour, a little bit more grey than what my BMW M3 was. I then went home, started to Google pictures, and I saw my version of the C63 Coupe in this Battleship Grey. Didn't like it. So Dub had already ordered this material, and then we had to cancel the order. That C63 is one of the hardest exhaust systems to fully change without completely ruining the car or voiding the warranty. So the exhaust system hasn't been done, and the wheels aren't bronze. So
we're halfway there.
Yeah, when I took the car in, I had a vision of what it was going to look like. It's nothing like that, but I still think it is going to be one of the best looking C63s I've ever seen, and hopefully you guys have ever seen. And I think that will come down to DMC. Oh my God, this is the most aggressive, coolest. I'm so glad that I eventually went for the Nardo Grey with the electric blue details. I think the blue details massively break it up. And around the rear, I forgot to mention that I made the decision that we should tint the tail lights so that from the back, oh man, it just looks so aggressive. It's so annoying that I haven't managed to get my own private plate on the car, but that will come. But just looking around this, I can't stop staring at it. I cannot stop staring. Everything that I have done so far to this car has worked an absolute treat. First time round, I've not made any mistakes so far. But the DMC carbon, oh my God. I just want to get this out. I think we get it out, we get it on the road, we check it out, see how this car looks as it's driving. I'm so happy with how this has turned out. This is hands down the best any of my cars have ever looked, I think.
It looks wicked.
Oh man.
I was doing like laps inside, just walking around the car. Yeah, like that bit.
Oh man. I can't believe that's mine. That looks so good.
Mate, it's your daily.
No, it's my only car.
Your only car.
Oh man. Thank you, sir. These are the new parts that DMC have sent across. They were slightly delayed. That's why they didn't come with the carbon diffuser and everything like that, but it just adds to the squat of the rear of this car. makes it look so much more aggressive. It is like the perfect part to add to the rest of the car, and well, I think we drive it. I don't really know what to say. I'm so happy with how this car looks. It's unbelievable. Oh man, the transformation of this car from when I picked it up now.
When you picked it up, you stood looking at the front and you're like, I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it. It looks like an S-Class.
Yeah. But now this is looking how I imagined it to look. Not exactly, because this wasn't how I intended it to come out of Dub Customs when I dropped it off. But I think it's so much better than what I originally had planned for
aggressive.
it. It's one of those things, you know, when you have an imagination in your head. This car was actually spec'd on Forza Horizon 3. I actually went on, I put bronze wheels on the C63 Amg coupe, and then just went through all of the different colour combinations, all of the different finishes, to come up with actually Nardo Grey is the best colour for this car.
Agreed.
And I'm so happy to be back behind the wheel of this car and driving it. Now, we just shot the B-roll that you're now watching so that I get to see what it looks like. So me and you are going to see how this car looks like on the road for the first time.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to be back in the car. The suspension, the spacers, the carbon exterior parts, and now the wrap. It looks how it's supposed to look. The next thing is obviously the exhaust system.
That's the part I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, because essentially it's got the same engine as what the AMG GTS has, and we're doing a very similar modification with a slightly different material, so I'm hoping the sound is going to be quite similar. And when you think about an AMG GTS is what, £120,000? You can have a car that looks this good with the same engine. Yes, it doesn't handle as well because it's not set up in the same way. Yeah. Because I'm ecstatic with how good this car looks. I'm just gonna set it up so that we can have a bit of a play.
I think this is the first time I've been in it since you got the suspension mods.
Oh, so you'll be able to
yeah.
You can give me a review as to what you think of it. It's so fast.
It really is.
It's such an unassuming build-up of power as well. But in Sport Plus, it's a firm ride. It's quite a sort of...
It's firm, but it's not bone breaking.
Yeah, exactly. It's so usable. Yeah. And then you figure back into comfort, and honestly, it really... It's...
Takes the bumps with composure.
Yeah, I'm so happy. And I think this is officially as many mods as I've ever done on a car. Because I did wrap an exhaust system and tune on the AMG GTS, but this I've done suspension, spacers, wrap, and a full carbon exterior aero kit. Then once we've got the exhaust system and the tune, it 100% will be the most modded car I've ever done. And that was always the intention for this car. It was always going to be trying to build the ultimate looking daily, but not compromising on ride quality or general drivability. Because obviously the exhaust system will still be wired up to the stock system, meaning that when the valves are shut, it's in comfort mode. It still should cruise around as a normal AMG, but then when the valves open, it becomes absolute
hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Let's just try a slide.
You made that look so easy.
Well, we're now back at Dub Customs. Let me show you some of the mods in more detail so that you can see what has happened to the car, what's reversible, and making sure that the car can still go back to stock. So let's park this car up, stop it, and then show you guys some of the mods. So let me take you for a bit of a walk around on my new look on the C63, and we start with the tail lights. Now this is something that I don't tend to do until I've already done the wrap and then think, actually, maybe I should have tinted the lights. We have tinted the lights with the wrap. So now the rear of the car just is a little bit more aggressive, enhanced by the DMC carbon rear vent covers, which just emphasize the squatness of the car, complementing my spacers and suspension. As we work around the car, you can see all of the blue details there, which just break the grey up. The grey and the black together look great, but with the blue as well, it's dub blue. So we've gone for a very similar spec to Dan's Aston Martin in there, but I promise you the inspiration was actually KHK's Bugatti Chiron, because he has gone for a Nardo grey with an all-electric blue interior. It looks amazing. We didn't go for the complete reupholster, of course, because it would have cost us an absolute fortune. But let's talk about the wheels, because these are plasti dipped in black and then lacquered with a satin finish on top, meaning that underneath it is still diamond cut. We haven't lost the diamond cut finish, so if I wanted to, I could rub all of that off and still maintain the diamond cut finish that came from factory, which I think is the most important thing, especially as I'm probably going to be doing aftermarket wheels at some point in the near future. Potentially bronze, but I think with the black it does look really, really good. And then round the front we have changed this bit that was originally in white. Then I wrapped it in gloss black to make it a little bit more aggressive. It has now gone back to body colour with all of these baby blue pinstripes here, which make the front look so mean. And I'm fully aware that the front plate is not on the car. That is because the holder snapped, meaning there isn't a space at the moment for my plate to fit on, but I'm having my personalised plate put on the car. So hopefully after that we'll put a sticker there and it will look, well, it will look legal. I just am blown away that this is the car that I collected from Gravelwoods in white, in a very executive spec. It looks completely different, and Dub Customs have done such a fantastic job of covering up the white. I'm looking now and I can't actually see any white, which is very, very impressive. What they've actually done on the door shuts and returns, I believe they have done them in gloss black. Ooh, satin black. I did not see that before. So they're done in satin black, now meaning that every time I want to change the colour on this car, the door shuts are already done. So it's just a nice shortcut rather than doing them body colour every single time. If you just do them black, and they just blend in with the rest of the car. I was desperate to get my car looking proper for the spring and the summer of 2018, and we are one step closer to having the car ready for the road trips. I don't think a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 is going to arrive in time for April this year, but I've got a few videos that I'm going to be filming on that in the not too distant future. But we've got a couple of car events coming up, a couple of road trips. The exhaust system still needs to be done, but we're trying to get to the bottom of it with BRE, Brook Race Exhaust. So there will be a custom exhaust system being built for this car, and it will be installed in the next couple of weeks or so. And then once the downpipes are on, you can tune it and we can get this car over 600 brake horsepower. So the modifications have not stopped there. They are still going to be coming in thick and fast. Let me know what you think of the new look on the C63 AMG. I'm over the moon and blown away with what Dub Customs have been able to do in the 3 weeks. It's a shame that we haven't got aftermarket wheels on the car. That was supposed to happen, but I still think they look awesome in satin black, and they're still diamond cut underneath, which is the most important thing. Dub Customs have absolutely smashed it with all of this installation, and DMC with the carbon parts emphasize the aggressive nature of this car so much. Without the DMC parts, this would not look anywhere near as good as it does. Thank you so much for watching. Please click the links in the description so that you can check out DMC and the guys at Dub Customs, because I think this is the best job that they've done. Not just on my cars, but in general. I'm so happy with it, so happy with it. And I think it looks cooler than what my AMG GTS looked like. Nah, I can't stop looking at it. Literally cannot stop looking at it. See you soon, guys, for more content. And of course, I need to pick up where we left off with the Drift Diaries. Cheers, guys. Goodbye.